Hello guys, welcome to Online Web Tutor presented by Profotech Solutions team. I am Sanjay. We are going to learn about WordPress plugin development tutorial from scratch, and this is 23rd of this video session series. So if you haven't watched our previous video session guys, then I strongly recommend you to go to YouTube, type Online Web Tutor where you can find the several resources about WordPress plugin development tutorial from scratch, where we had discussed several things about WordPress plugin development. So in this video session guys, we will discuss about wpeditor function in WordPress. So because I have seen so many scenarios in our ongoing work that we actually use text area to save our data, means to our data or to our databases, but it's not the right way to use text area in our WordPress. Okay, so what is wpeditor? Okay, so just go to browser. Here is the function under the documentation section. As you can see, wpeditor. Okay, so this is the good documentation actually guys provided by WordPress developer about wpeditor. So let's understand actually what is wpeditor first. Okay, so just go to our project folder, and this is custom plugin what we have made so far in this video session series. Okay, so if you don't know how to actually make a WordPress plugin guys, then just go and watch all those videos that we have started from part 1 to part 22 of this video session series. So in most of the scenarios guys, I found that suppose if you want to save these type of data to our database like name, email, and this is description box. Okay, so I have seen in many cases actually most of the user uses text area here to save the description, or you make say more than one statement by the help of this text area. Okay, so this is not the right way to use text area to our plugin while saving data to our database. Okay, actually WordPress provide a editor, something by the help of this function wpeditor, which actually works same as text area, and it also provides some extra functionality with that. So just click on pages section, click on add new, just scroll down. You can see this is also a widget. Here there are some buttons. Here are the toggle buttons like text, visual. So this is the box actually guys provided by the WordPress, and this is called a editor, and this actually we got by using function wpeditor. Okay, so if we use wpeditor function in our code, then we will use, or we actually access this text area to our plugin. So let's get started about wpeditor function, and we are going to use this text area instead of our simple text area what we have added so far. Okay, so just back to our code editor. This is the code section of all our custom plugin that we have coded so far. Okay, so just go to add new, and here is the data where we can find name, email, and the description. Okay, all we got this data to this front end. Okay, so let's remove the description box from here. So just get rid of this. Now we are going to use function wpeditor. So just type under PHP code, you have to write wpeditor, and just go to documentation. You might see first it will take the content, means what content actually we want to pass into editor. Okay, so default we don't want any content in this, and the second parameter we need to pass the editor ID. What should be the editor ID actually we will provide here. So let's make it's like description ID. Let's make an ID of that, and here is the settings option that we have to pass in array format. Okay, means actually if you want to provide some, if you want to disable these buttons, or if you want to see only 3 buttons, and many more settings you could find into this documentation. Just scroll down to its bottom. Here you can find about its setting. Okay, here is the argument, and it will pass as an array to this third parameter. Okay, so here as you can see what actually buttons we want to appear to our text area. like bold, italic, underline, separator. These all are the toolbars for customizations, just making your text area what actually looks like. Okay, so in this video session we don't discuss about the settings section for now. Okay, so just remove this because it's an optional parameter. You will find it to the documentation section because it's an optional parameter in wpeditor. Okay, so just get rid of that. Now we are going to just save this file, go to browser, and let's see what happens actually. Just refresh your page. Now we can see, guys, that we have created our text area by using wpeditor. Okay, how easy actually it is, easy to embed into our plugin form. Okay, so this is called name field, email, and this is text area what we have added. Okay, and this is submit button. So let's save all these three data, means name, email, and this description, to the database table, and the database table should be wp custom plugin. Let's check schema for that. In this table structure, it also contains 4 different fields, like 5 different fields. It is auto incremented id, name, email, description, and the created ad. Okay, so let's save these 3 datas from our form. Okay, so just go to our editor. We need to take the result of these boxes, and after getting these results by the help of javascript library, javascript file and the library file, we will save these data to our database table. Okay, actually we had discussed in our previous video session. If you go to our channel, just scroll down, here you could see like post form data to server WordPress plugin. Okay, also we have seen that how insert data to WordPress database. Also we have seen that how we make Ajax request in WordPress. So there are several discussions that we did so far, guys. So if you are a beginner, please watch these videos first to make the clear vision about what's going on. Okay, so just I am going here, and now I'm going to save all this data to database. So just copy the ID of form, just make a copy of this ID, go to JavaScript and jQuery, so we had actually added a validate function which actually validates our form that it is validated or not. Okay, it is came from our guys from previous video session, because in our previous video sessions we had discussed about validate method in great detail. Or simply I am telling you that while using validate method, you should actually include the file called jquery.validate.min.js. This file should be included while using validate method. Okay, so just save this file and go to browser and refresh this page. So let's save post data to server without filling any data. So we get the read quickly message like this field is required. This all message came from validate method. Okay, because we have included required attribute with all these items, as you can see, required attribute. Okay, so now I am going to take all these values from these boxes and post it to the database server. So just go to JavaScript file. Let me make an Ajax request for that. Okay, by posting these data with the help of Ajax to the server by the help of this library file. Okay, what we have made. So just go to this and let's make an Ajax request for that by using post method. Here we need to pass an Ajax URL. So just we are going to use Ajax URL. All we need to pass data here. So let's make a variable post data. Here we have to make an anonymous function while getting to our response. So let's make that. All we need to write console.log and response. Okay, so Let's define this post data. Just copy up that. So all we need to pass an action for that. So just go to plugin main file, scroll down, let me check what we had actually made the plugin. Here is the action. Okay, so in the action parameter we need to pass custom plugin library. Just make copy of that and let's type action, pass value custom plugin library, and we need to pass a parameter also. Okay, and just let's save data. If you don't know guys that's what's going on here, then please watch previous video session to get the clear vision about how we post form data to server by using Ajax. Okay, we had discussed these topics in great detail in our previous video session. This is so simple to understand, just watch those videos first. So what we have made so far, we have defined an action parameter which actually contains the value of custom plugin library, and also we have given a save data parameter to this variable. This variable tells that which file should be included while processing our Ajax file, and as you can see by finding custom plugin library value, it will pass this value to custom plugin library. Okay, by the help of this value it will include this file, and this file nothing, this file our Ajax handler. Okay, and by getting this file which functions which actually we are going to execute, this is actually decided by param section. Okay, so let's make here if, just make copy of that, if get param equal to save data. Okay, so let's make print r and the next data we need to pass our form data. Okay, so just make copy of that. By using serialize method, all we send this data into the serialized format to the server. Okay, so all we have done now, just save this file, go to browser and refresh this page. Let's put some data here like online web tutor, email sanjay110@gmail.com, and something dummy content here. Okay, something dummy content here. Okay, so just before clicking on submit button, let's inspect first to see our expected output. Okay, so just go to console tab, just make clear of that and click on submit. After clicking on submit, you could see that actually we have actually given as an output like print r, and we have printed all the request parameters that we have sent from JavaScript. Okay, so what we get from the server, we got the value of action, param, txt name and the txt email. Okay, so what we have filled from the boxes, all we get from the server's response, but we did not get the value of description id, means what the value actually we had passed from this wpeditor we actually could not get from the server. This is why this is happening, because if you want to get the or save the value from wpeditor, then we need to use encode URI component and the TinyMCE. Okay, so just back to our editor, and now we need to do something right here, like if we want to pass like email, then just write here something called, what should be the ID of email, let me check that, it's txt email. Okay, so here is txt email dot val. Okay, and name jQuery txt name, I think, let me check that, txt name and dot val. And now for description section, we need to use encode URI component. Here is TinyMCE dot get. Let me check the ID of our editor, what we have written. Description ID, just make copy of that, paste it here, and all we need to write get content. So this is how guys you need to include to get the data from your editor, WP editor. Okay, encode URI component TinyMCE.get, and here is the ID that you have provided to this editor, and get content as the method. Okay, so all we have stored these three values into three different variables. So all we need to pass with our JavaScript AJAX request. Okay, so email equal to email, name equal to name, and finally description. Okay, so just make DSC, and here you need to pass the third parameter. Just copy of that and paste it here. Okay, so let's check that again into the browser. Just refresh this page. Let's provide some data to these boxes like online web tutor, sanjay@gmail.com, and here you need to pass some dummy content here. Okay, so some dummy content here. So just click on submit button. You could see into the console tab that all this description content is in p tag, so we got from the server as request. Okay, so by using encode URI component and TinyMCE.getContent method, you access the content what you have written into the WP editor box. Okay, but you could find guys that these contents are in p tag because WP editor automatically add paragraph tag within your content. Okay, so if you don't want to get the p tag, you need to set auto p equal to false into your settings as the third parameter into this array. Okay, you need to pass auto p equal to false to remove the p tag from your expected output. So just get rid of all this. Let's make all this data needs to be saved into the database table. Okay, means we are going to save this all data to our database table. So just go to library file, and here is it. We got all data right here. Okay, we need to save like name, request, all we get into the name parameter, and let's make another copy of that of email, like email, and third should be our description. Okay, so just make copy of that, and here is the description. So all we have saved. Okay, so just saving your output to the database, just you need to convert into HTML special chars. Here is it. Special chars you should use while saving any data from WP editor, because in some conditions guys, if you suppose provide some formatting to this text, let's say some formatting to that, because if you want to make bold into, just make copy of that. Okay, so I have provided these contents into the bold section. So if we want to save these data, or might I have provided something like double colon slash these slashes. So if we want to save these all data to our database, then just we need to convert into its entities format. So we have to use actually HTML special chars for that. Okay, now I'm going to save all this data. So let's make use of global WP DB object. Okay, we have also discussed about this object in great detail in our previous video session, and now we need to use wpdb and the insert method, and the first parameter of insert method has to be the table name. Okay, so just I am writing wpdb prefix to get wp underscore, and here is the table name. So just go to database, copy wp underscore custom plugin. We have provided wp underscore, so just make copy of the custom plugin, and here we need to pass all these data into an array format. Okay, so let's pass about its name. So to pass name, just type name equal to, and it is name variable. Okay, another is email, and in email, and the third section is description. Just make copy of that description, and here it is in DESC. Okay, so all we have done now. So let's make an request for our response. So just make echo JSON encode let's type status equal to 1, and message should be data saved successfully. Okay, all we have done now, we have saved all these three datas to our database table. Okay, so just save this file. So let's make, okay, so just save this file and refresh this page. Let's provide some data to this form, like online web tutor. Here is email, and need to pass some data into this section. Okay, some data, and just scroll down, just click on submit. We got the message successfully. Actually, we have saved data into this. Okay, just go to table and refresh this page. Okay, we didn't get any data to disable. Let me check what we had done mistake so far. We are inserting this. Okay, we need to change, guys, actually it's from there, and also we need to fix prefix spelling here. Okay, so just we have fixed two issues of right below here. Okay, and also the spelling of prefix. Okay, so just save this file and refresh this page. Let's put some data into these boxes, like online Sanjay, and some content here. Okay, so just scroll down and click on submit. We got the message as expected. Okay, so just refresh this. We now got all the data into this table. Okay, name, email, and the description. We have converted all into HTML special cast, and you could find that paragraph tag means the symbol of something like here, if you could write P, and this is P. So these are the angular brackets converted into HTML ints. Actually, you could find here. Okay, so let's make all these data after saving, which would reflect to our front end when we refresh this page. Suppose when we refresh this page, we want that all the data what we have saved come to these boxes. Okay, so let's make another query to that. So just you need to wpdb get row prepare, just write the query, select asterisk from wp custom login, or I think plugin, custom plugin. Okay, order by ID, and descending order. Okay, and limit 1. So just save this file. Let me check the expected output from this variable. Just copy of that, print R, and here's the data. Just save this, refresh this page. Fatal error, call to undefined get row. Let me check that. Oh, let me make the object wpdb global. Okay, so global wpdb. Okay, so just refresh this page once more. Now we all get all the data as you could find, like a standard object, ID, name and the email. And here is our description. So all we have to put these all contents into these boxes. Okay, so just go to code editor. Let's say data, just get rid of this, and we need to put all this data into these boxes. So just into value section, all we need to write echo, and these all are in object format. Okay, so just copy the name. All we have done now, we have put our name value to this box. Now we have to write our email, so just make copy of that, put it, and in the WP editor section, the first parameter, as we know that this is the content section. Okay, so all we need to write our object here. Okay, so just get rid of all this, and this is called, it is the description. Just copy of that, and all we need to put here. Okay, so we have set name, email and the description to these all input fields. Okay, so just save this file and refresh this page. Once you refresh, you could find that all these things we will say into these boxes. Okay, online web tutor, here is the email and here is the content. Okay, but one thing actually guys, you will find that we haven't written the p tag inside this editor. So why should we get the p tag here? Okay, we haven't written p tag inside in this element. Just go to text section. As you could see that we get all HTML special chars what we have saved into the database. Okay, so just we need to convert all these entities into its proper symbols. Okay, so just go to editor, let's cut from that, and we need to use HTML entity decode. Okay, and we need to put the object here. Okay, all we have used HTTP entity decode to use or to convert HTML special chars. So just save this file and refresh this page. You get the expected output. As you can see, no p exists anymore. Okay, in the text section it exists. So this is how guys, in this video session we have seen that how we use WP editor into our file, how could actually make an AJAX request to save this data to the server. Also we have seen that how can we save our WP editor to the database, and also we have seen that how we use HTML special char with WP editor, as well as we have seen that how after getting the result from database we actually put all the data into this content. Okay, so I have explained each and every section about WP editor. So this is homework for you to understand that what should be the use of this setting array of its third arguments. Okay, so what should be the argument that we need to pass into its setting to actually customize WP editor. So if you have any query guys, then please drop your comment regarding this video session. I will give my comment as soon as possible. And also if you are a beginner, then follow this online web tutor channel to get the latest videos about all technologies that we have made so far in this video session. Okay, so guys, for this video session, thank you for watching. Have a great day.